Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, May 23rd, 2012. There's a lot to get into to cover in this market, so let's get right into the charts. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. This morning, the futures are trading lower by 10.5 points, right down to the 1304.25 level. So pretty good decline this morning. Markets are coming under pressure. That only means one thing: the US dollar index is trading higher, and sure enough, the dollar is higher by 21 cents. Although it has pulled back off of the morning highs, nonetheless, it is still trading higher by 21 cents this morning. So we'll have to watch that closely. Again, keep the dollar front and center. If the dollar goes up, these markets will go downtown Charlie Brown once again. Again, the only way these markets seem to inflate is when the dollar deflates. So again, keep in mind, you want to watch a dollar chart at all times. That will really tell you where this market's headed. So right now, futures are plunging, trading down over 11 points now. Make that 12 points. So again, futures are coming under pretty good pressure this morning, and we'll just have to see how this market trades out by the end of the day. But again, remain in caution mode here, especially if that dollar is stronger. The dollar is pulled back, so it could go easily test the pre-market or the highs that it made around 5 o'clock in the morning. The US dollar index future does trade 24 hours a day, so keep that in mind. Once we have a stronger dollar, we know that usually means that we're going to have weaker gold. Today, GLD is trading lower, and gold itself is trading down about $16 to around $15.61 per ounce. So decent dip in gold. You'll see here the GLD, which closed yesterday around 152.08, trading at 151.46. So gold is trading lower. Oil will also trade lower if the dollar is stronger, and I believe that is the case this morning. Spot crude down 71 cents, light sweet crude that is, to 91.14 a barrel. You can take a look at the USO. USO is trading down at 34.32, closed at 34.48. So really not a huge change for USO, but nonetheless, spot crude is down decently this morning to start the day. And again, if oil continues lower, it will probably mean that the dollar is just getting stronger, and that's the case at the moment. The dollar has held up very, very well as of late, and looks like it does want to get into higher ground. So you want to be aware of that going forward. Let's take a look at a few other things that are out here this morning. Um, I'm watching a few stocks that I see moving. We'll start off with Dell Computer, which is most notable. Dell is trading down to around the $13.10 level. Again, this is a pretty good little breakdown for Dell. I don't think there's a lot to do here. The stock will have some support right in this area, 13.10. After this, though, Dell is probably going to go down to the $12 level and possibly even $11.25. So just realize Dell could have further downside on the charts, especially if the market is weak today. I could easily see Dell trade down to that $12 area and possibly even 11.36. I would not even attempt a bounce trade on Dell for a scalp until it gets to around that 11.35, 11.25 level. That's a level you could look at. That's a big double bottom on a weekly chart. So that level would probably be okay, at least short term. But Dell is getting hit pretty hard this morning. Another stock that I saw this morning, which was up earlier, which is down now, is American Eagle. Nothing to do here. This stock could easily trade down to the $17 area, maybe 17 and a quarter. Maybe a little bit of a bounce there, but it really depends on how the market is trading. So watch that level, 17 and a quarter. I have some other levels for American Eagle afterwards. If stock will find some more support, I suppose around the $15. I'll make it $14.65. It's $14.60, right around that area, if it really sold off sharply. But right now, $17 area looks to be support. Some more support around the 15.75 area, and then it's all the way down to around the 14.60 level, maybe even 14.50. So there's some bounces that could come in there, but this looks like if it starts to trade below this, if stock starts to trade below $18.38, it will turn into a very weak stock today. So again, watch those areas and be careful with this one, because it could decline further due to the fact that the market is very weak this morning. Let's take a look at Toll Brothers. Here you'll see Toll Brothers this morning trading at $27. That's pretty much where it closed. I'm not seeing a whole lot of pre-market activity here. We're floating around, but if the stock comes down today and it does break the $25.25 level, traders should watch for $23.75. That will be the near-term support level. Until it gets there, there may not be a lot to do. The stock's still one of the stronger names on the daily chart, but if it does break down, it doesn't have really good support, in my opinion, until $23.75. Let's take a look at Big Lots today. Ticker symbol is BIG. This stock closed yesterday at $34.79. Today it's trading down at $32.81. I'd be careful here. This stock looks weak. It looks like it wants to go lower. I know it reported earnings. I don't know exactly all of the news, but I don't care about that stuff. It does have some support. I'm going to say around the $30 level, and then really it's going to be down to around $28.75, maybe $28.65. So those are the two big levels I think you got to watch for Big Lots. Could get a bounce there around 30 and then around 28.75. Those would be the bounce areas for Big Lots. Until then, be very, very careful with this stock because it's just not showing us a lot at the moment. There's a couple other names out there this morning that are moving, but I don't think they're really that worthy of even mentioning right now. They're small, and the moves are not that important. So we'll leave it there today. We'll shut it down for now. But again, traders should watch the U.S. dollar index very closely. Right now, futures are trying to stabilize down around the $11 area, but this has been a lot of pressure this morning for the market. There's actually some news coming out of Europe today. There's this summit going on there, so we'll see if that really turns things around. But nonetheless, it's still a disaster, and things look like they're getting worse. We'll see if Greece is really going to exit the Eurozone, or the EU leaders just going to come back and say that we're going to keep Greece in there. But just follow the dollar. That will clear up a lot of the smoke and mirrors that are going on out there. The bottom line is Greece should depart. The sooner they do it, probably the better off they are. And we'll see when that takes place. But right now, Greece is still part of the Eurozone. They have a big vote coming up, I believe, on the 17th of June. So we'll see where this market heads. But right now, there's pretty good downward pressure, most notably on the euro. Here, take a look at the euro dollar today. I'm just going to pull up a daily chart so you get a good view of this. But look at this thing is trading down again. That is not a pretty picture. Whenever the euro trades lower, it usually will signal that the dollar is strengthening. So we'll see if the euro can hold up. It is very, very oversold. So that's the saving grace here for the markets, that the euro gets a bounce. But I'm not exactly sure how that's going to happen, but you never know. It is very, very oversold and due for a short-term bounce. So I guess it is possible. Alrighty, everyone, we're going to leave it here. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you back on the charts tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone.